A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Quality ball. Oh, what has happened here? Goes down, but nothing given. That's really well manoeuvred. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, no joy this time. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Serginho. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Hernandez gets it away. Zaire Emery. And it's Kachu! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Quick look, then plays it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's going wide left. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That has ended up in no man's land. Alexander-Arnold. That's a throw. Arsenal yet to have an attempt on goal. It's a good foot in there. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. De Bruyne. Out for a throw. And that's aimed into the middle. Now he's got space here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Taken back almost at once. Looking for options for movement. Hazard. Flings it across.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Played back in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Couldn't squeeze it through. It'll be a throw-in. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Kane. Fernandes. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Hazard. And that is a little undercooked. Pass somewhat off target. Spread it left. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Van Dijk. And Alexander-Arnold. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Fernandes. Hernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has not gone well. Hazard. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great defending, strong and determined. He's had it taken off him. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And here's Kane, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Shoots! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Okay, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Triol can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pedro Neto. De Bruyne. And it's been played through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Hazard. That's the throw. And that's definitely not his best. Zaire Emery. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side has found a way through yet.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
So off we go again. So neither side has yet broken through. Crosses it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
It's a pretty loose pass. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, that's a key interception.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
It's their second corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Jordan have the chance to go the other way. Not the most accurate pass. Some good work on the right flank here. And here's Mbappe. That's an imaginative pass. Raul. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And the keeper's got it again. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that is a nice touch. He is through here! And he whips it in. And it's claimed by the keeper. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Now it's Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. 60 minutes played. Well, that has not gone well. That'll be a throw. Has a look and plays it forward. James, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Some front-footed pressing going on here. He's got away.
Raul clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Deftly away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Hazard.
Might want to be careful there.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substitution for Jordan. Number 8, Hazard. Coming on the field is number 21, Vinicius Junior. Substitution in progress.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Marquinhos makes a move down the right. Tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Pedro Neto receives it in a wide position, and he's taking no chances there.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Substitution for Jordan. Number 20, Pedro Neto. Number 24.
Raul running with the ball. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Number 11.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Substitutions taking place.
So a chance here, what can they make of it? And so we have the first set piece of the game. Cafu. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And they've got a throw. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And the keeper gets his hands on it. 5 minutes left on the clock. And that has left him in a heap. And he was quick to react. Serginho passed somewhat off target. Oh, that's well spotted.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And he cuts out the supply. And here's Messi. And Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He'll try to keep this alive. That's going across goal. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Messi. Messi! Oh wow, that's crazy! Well, would you believe that? He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
There you have it. The referee says that time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Rafael Leao, Peter, is one player who could be unstoppable if he's in the mood. Easily one of the fastest players I've ever seen. He's capable of taking on multiple defenders, and he can cause imbalances for any defence. And that's their problem, because so many want to try and get to him to stop him getting into his stride. It just leaves space for others.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Akanji cuts out the pass. Can he get it through? Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
Benny. Nice looking ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. That's good play. He's picked his way through. In it comes. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. De Bruyne. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar! He's got away with one there. Serginho. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Serginho. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk. And he's being shifted off it. Neymar. Now it's Kane. And the pass is intercepted. He's on it, can he get away? Kane is onto... It's Kane!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bremer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. He is through here! Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's been shipped out wide. That's a throw. Saliba gets over and intercepts. And it's Ødegaard. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe. Now it's De Bruyne. And that's another good win of the ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. He can run onto that. Schlotterbeck kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Spread neatly. He's having a pop! Good try, very good try in fact.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Bremer. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Zaire Emery. Neymar. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And we have our very first corner. Mignon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Pass somewhat off target. This looks promising. Serginho, and he shoots! Perilously close. Neymar on a serious charge here. Zaire Emery did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And he was quick to react. And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Kane. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Zaire Emery. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Neymar. He's gone away. That's tidy. Akanji. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Arsenal finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10, Messi.
Gets us going once more.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Guardiola, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And no, that was never going to make it. He's found a way through. And smartly reclaimed. Can he finish? And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, super find. And he's managed to get free. Shoots! And that's a sharp finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Played through into space. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's found space here. He has found a way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Oh no circumventing this opponent. Arsenal have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Mbappe needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excess.
Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3! They have their boots on the throats of their foes. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. McAllister. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Lewandowski! And that's a good finish. Just cruising! They are cruising! He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind
Chance! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, that's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Van Dijk.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
He's shifting through the gears here. And a chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Barcelona certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Neymar with the short one. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hazard. Cristiano Ronaldo. No, again there's no way through. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely weighted ball. Neymar, he's picked his way through. Zaire Emery did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's slung out wide. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, what a mistake! He is... Big chance! And that's past the post. Bremer clears without hesitation. And that's a throw. Hakimi knocks it into space. Guardiol makes the interception. Serginho. Oh, that's fabulous. Hakimi chooses to go cross-field. And the referee brings it to a close. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Arsenal can seal the deal here and now. A win guarantees promotion, and their loyal following will settle for nothing less. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. We're up and running then. Arsenal. Mbappe! Goal! Arsenal! And with that, they take a giant step towards the promised land. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
Mbappe! And he shoots! It's in! 2! And we've barely begun here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And now he has 2. Arsenal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are...
And the shot! De Bruyne! Delightful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're threatening to fly away here. He has given that the lot. Bang!
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredibly, he got so much power with so little backlift.
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Skims one in. Mbappe is flagged offside. Looking to play him in. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Oh, really well played.
Now it's Mbappe. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's found a way past. Mbappe tries one from range. Well, that is remarkable.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Pass somewhat off target. And he's in on and De Bruyne! Oh, that's a waste.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Kane. Look at the... Mbappe! And it's there! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And it's Fernandes. Is there any... Oh, shooting chance! And he couldn't keep it down.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Kane. Great defending, strong and determined. It's a good foot in there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Mikel Oyarzabal for Messi. And this is Kane. Hernandez. Fernandez takes a shot! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Marcó en el minuto 31 el dorsal 6.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do.
There's the shot! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? A finish right from the top drawer. They are purring, truly purring.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
El dorsal 20.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Nacional. Marcó en el minuto 34 el dorsal 23.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Van Dijk. Saliba. Fernandez. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Alexander-Arnold. Akanji. Saliba. Hernandez. Zaire Emery. Van Dijk. And it's Fernandez. And it's De Bruyne. And here's Mbappe. And this... Oh, he's having a go! Harry Kane! Off the scale! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are purring, truly purring.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And yes, it's him again. Van Dijk. Now it's Kane. Looking for the run. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Great chance! Mbappe is magnificent! A finish of true class! And they're threatening to fly away here.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Mbappe! Here comes the cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Hernandez. In towards the back stick.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
So a temporary halt to the action. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Arsenal really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Arsenal looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Fernandes. This one, it's Kane! And it's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering.
Zaire Emery.
Arsenal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And it's Fernandes. Now it's Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Fernandes. Now it's Kane. And he cuts out the supply. Dani Olmo. Kane. Shifted it to the flank. And it's been played through. Mbappe! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Fernandes. And it's Messi. Van Dijk. Mbappe. Always onto this. And there's the shot! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Camavinga. Van Dijk. Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
Oh, well played. Tries to play it through. And this is Kane. Plays it across. He's rising! Oh, it rattles the bar!
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And we have our very first corner. And it's De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
De Bruyne clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Cross into the box.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Messi. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Odegaard. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Mbappe. Camavinga. Now it's Yamal. Akanji does really well to win the ball there. Oh, there's a probing ball. De Bruyne. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hernandez. That'll be a throw-in. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
El dorsal 5 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 16, el dorsal 17.
De Bruyne threads one in, and he's whipped it across. Odegaard to Messi. So it looks now very much a done deal, just waiting to seal it.
Well, it's pretty clear which team is on.
Shapes to shoot! And he hits the net! And This is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Camavinga. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Turns back here, probably the best option. Can he get it through? Good ball, good take. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Mbappe. Fernandes. Foot in. And he's managed to get free.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Tries a shot! And no mistake! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Aims beyond the defence, and this is Ronaldo. Real chance! And that's a good finish. And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
El dorsal 19.
So changes a foot here, and from both sides. And this is Ronaldo, and he is deftly away. Cristiano Ronaldo! It is close, but that is the last of it. A statement win on a crucial day, and now major tests await. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then? Well, here we go. Brazil against Argentina. Surely the most seismic footballing conflict in the Southern Hemisphere. Strap in for the ultimate game of one-upmanship, where everything matters so much. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, And we should be in for something very special. The national anthem of Argentina rings out. Now that was impressive. Well, it is not often that an international fixture so transfixes the whole of world football, but that is the case here. It is indeed a very, very special occasion.
Well, the one thing that can be said is that there really is little in terms of what the players need for motivation. The game against the team you do not want to lose to.
There's the header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Now it's Alvarez. Just eases him off the ball. Joelinton. Now it's João Pedro. Shifted it to the flank. Luis. Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. And it's Messi. Ambitious ball here. Picked out brilliantly. Alvarez! And a terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Messi plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neither side yet able to find a net. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Showing good feet. It's Neymar! And he has kept it out somehow.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Savinho finding himself in space. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Argentina have the chance to go the other way. De Paul. And here's Neymar. Carlos Augusto. Luis. Alvarez. It's Otamendi. Tagliafico. And Gonzalez. He's shifting through the gears here. That's very neat. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. Back underway then.
Brazil have been the team that have had the lion's share.
Neymar! Superb goal!
Well, Peter, talk about how to make a difference. He made the best of this period when quite a few players had barely settled back into the game. Some brilliant work from the skipper here.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Neymar demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
It is a corner. And it's a poor one. It's run loose here. That'll be a throw. He's got away. In by Messi. Carlos Augusto is there and he can get that clear. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try
Savinho! Tagliafico.
Argentina definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And it's McAllister. Oh, good spread. Just about up to 75 minutes. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Savinho. McAllister. Now it's Gonzalez.
Argentina really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Played into space. Plays a sharp little ball here. Savinho looking to receive it in space. And they've got rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Alvarez. Showing great feet there. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, a few ironic cheers tell the story. And that will be the final act. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Neymar voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means.